Hello guys and welcome to my channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Dumelo and in this channel we'll talk about everything Forex. So I'm gonna be documenting my journey right on Forex, and I'm gonna be sharing tips and tricks and giving away some free educational content. So if you do want this type of content, subscribe to the channel, like this and watch the other videos if you're done watching this. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for supporting me. And let's get right into it. In today's video, we're going to be talking about losses and how to deal with losses. This video was inspired by the fact that I was experiencing a losing streak. So, uh, okay, this is June 2021, right? So, the first week was a good week. I made good profits. And then the following week, which is the second week of the month, I think I it wasn't it wasn't a profitable week, but then it wasn't a bad week either. So I lost half of the profits that I made in the first week, but then I think a trade put me back on some 15%. So the first week I made 20%, the second week I lost 5% of that 20%, right? Then last week I just saw flames, guys. I don't want to lie to you. I don't know what was happening. And I feel like in every trader's journey, whether pro or beginner, you're going to experience a losing streak. And it's how you deal with it that sets you apart, right? And I've realized that most of the time when we experience a losing streak, the first thing that we try to do to um, address that win is to revenge trade. So the first thing that we do, we take the next trade and think that it should recover the losses that we've made. And what happens is, say for example, you had $1,000 account and you were using 0.150 lot sizes for positions on every trade that you're taking. That was your plan, that was a strategy. All of a sudden, you increase your lots on the next trade because you analyzed it and you asked for your friends' opinions, and maybe a trader on the internet confirmed your bias, and now you're taking that trade with that much intensity with the hope that it's going to recover your losses, and then you go down into a further loss, and now you take that trade again. You eventually blow your account. So I think the first thing that we do is we either revenge trade or we try to switch strategies. And both of these habits can become toxic and can dent your account even further. So I think in this video, I'll be focusing on ways that I deal with my own losing streaks and how I sort of like discipline myself so that I don't blow my account eventually. And I'm going to be sharing those tricks and tips with you guys. So the first thing I can say is when you're experiencing a losing streak, go back to your charts. Don't change your strategy. Go back to your charts, right, in the form of back testing, and try to find out why or what made you lose the trade. Because I always say that the market is never wrong. When you lose a trade, it's because there's a certain detail that you could have missed, right? Because when you lost that trade, basically that someone made profit from that same trade. So now ask yourself, what did that person see that I didn't see at that time when I made that loss? Sometimes, yes, your stop loss may have been too tight. Sometimes you entered too early. But sometimes your bias was completely wrong. And with me, personally, I didn't look at the weekly chart. So I just recently moved from swing trading to intraday trading, right? And I think when I was doing my analysis, I didn't look at the weekly chart. So I didn't even think about it. I only saw my daily levels and my 4-hour levels and my 1-hour levels. And I was like, okay, fine, I'm going to rock. Only to find out after losing those trades, I think it was 3 trades, that, oh, flip, I was on a weekly supply. I was trying to buy on a weekly supply, which is impossible. So when you're experiencing a losing streak, go back to your charts, go back to your notes, and try to find out what you've done wrong and how you could avoid making that same mistake next time. This is why journalizing your trades is very important, guys. So yeah, don't change your strategy. Go back to your charts and find out what you could have done wrong. So you figured out what you could have done wrong, right? Maybe there's a rule from your strategy that you violated. Maybe you didn't use proper risk management and you were just all over the place. Maybe you were too impulsive with your trading. Maybe you were supposed to wait for confirmation and you didn't because you thought you could predict, right? Maybe you just figured out that you're not uh, your job as a trader is not to predict future movements, but you have to anticipate and react, right? So you've dealt with the causes, right? What do you do next? You take days off, maybe a day or two. Do not look at your charts. Try to do other things that are productive. So read a book, listen to music. I also play instruments. So when I'm not on the charts, maybe after losing streak, I try to play the piano. It takes my mind off things. Exercise, visit your friends, do something, right? That's not chart related. That's gonna take your mind off the charts, right? And make sure that they're productive. Make sure that in that period your mind stays active so that when you come back to the market the next time, you don't have a revengeful attitude towards the market. So, another thing that you can do is exactly what I'm doing right now. You can vent to a friend and talk about it and admit it and accept it and tell yourself that you're not going to repeat the same mistake again. And yeah, man, that's how I deal with my losses. Have a group of people who can hold you accountable for your own trading. If you're over trading, then someone can kuza you. Someone can literally reprimand you for over trading. And you can be sure that next time when you trade, you don't do the same mistakes over again. One final tip: learn the art of detaching yourself emotionally from your trades, right? So you have a system that works. You've back tested your system and you've also tested your system on a demo account. So you know it works. And maybe after journalizing, you figured that you have a 70% win rate. Do you know what that means? It means that out of 10 trades, definitely 3 are going to be losers. The trick is, out of the 10 trades, you do not know which ones exactly are going to end up in losers, right? So you have to treat every single trade that you take, whether it be a high probability setup or not, as if it's going to form part of that 30% that loses, right? So, with that thinking or with that mindset, it forces you to take the best trades possible every single time. So, you need to double check and make sure that you're confident with every setup that you're taking, but not overconfident. Apply proper risk management and use the same risk reward for every single trade, right? So that if, for example, you have um, 3 consecutive losses, one trade can get you to a place where you're back at break even, right? So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Like I said, let me know in the comments what are some of the methods that you use to deal with losses. If you enjoyed this video and you've watched till this point, thank you for tuning in. And yeah, man, like, share, subscribe, and do all those nice things. Till we meet again,